Yep.
And it's Monday, it's the 18th of May, and it's 4 o'clock. That means
Time for
forethought.
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 It's our own little something.
There we go. I don't even know what that is.
I know what it is.
Yeah, forethought.
How is everyone?
Are you all good?
Yeah? It's
How are you
lovely
doing
to see
today?
you. It's a beautiful day. It looks like Eliza's about to wander out into the road. Come here, darling. Come here. It's absolutely lovely to see you. We love Forethought.
We do.
We love watching it. We love doing it. Are those hurting your feet?
How is everyone?
Standing on them. Oh, she's standing on the stones. Here
Hi-
she is.
hi,
You're going to say
Steve.
hello to everyone.
Hi, Christian.
Look up here, darling.
Hi, Hattie.
Look up here.
Hello.
Liza says hello. Do you want to go inside, darling? Yes.
Why?
Well, you don't have to. You can be here if you like. How do I get it up on there?
Okay.
I'd like to see whether there's anyone watching through Sunny Hill Ferndown. And so the technophobe that I am, I'm married into technology. I'm married up, definitely. Technology-wise, I'm married up. I
Okay.
don't know if anyone else is in the position of being tech support for their entire household. You can sympathise with Adam.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those people that's been kept needy by someone else's competence,
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have to take that
then,
off. There we go.
then as well, you can sympathise with me. So Trevor is here. Lovely to see you. I hope your daughter's doing okay. Lovely, lovely girl. He's got a lovely daughter, Trevor has.
Yes.
Yeah, she came to Sunny Hill Ferndown at one point. And Barb is here. It's really lovely to see you. So we were talking about excellence, weren't we?
We were
Yesterday. Yeah.
Dom and Lou did again a great job, smashed it out the park.
Yeah.
Wasn't it great having that model of the tabernacle?
I thought it was amazing. Actually, he told me that he was going to get this model out of his garage. And I have to say, I pictured something that was maybe going to be a little bit, well, certainly in bits. But I thought it came across really well.
Yeah,
Sarah Robinson is here via Sunny Hill Ferndown. Woo! We always used to say woo when we
Are we
say
allowed
Ferndown.
to say a special hello to our Ferndown family?
Yes, we are, because we are campus pastors.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's all
It's
good.
not that you're better or anything, but we love you. Actually, we love all of Sunny Hill, but our Ferndown guys.
Yeah, of course. You expect that of us, right? It's like you're supposed to love your own children a bit more than other people's children.
Chris says hi from Torquay. Hi,
Yes.
Torquay. Hope
Yes.
Torquay's all good. And
She's the great grandmother, isn't she?
she is of our nephews.
Yes. As in brilliant grandmother, not as in third generation.
No, she's just
Yeah.
a brilliant grandmother. Yeah, what was? Oh, yeah, excellence.
Yes.
Excellence.
And
The tabernacle.
the model that
model.
that Dom set up in his lounge,
Yeah.
which was amazing. There was some discussion as to whether the Lego men were in ratio.
I think they're a bit small.
yeah.
I think, but
But you know, it's easy to throw stones from the wings, isn't it?
Yeah, we like
I
to
think
do
he
that,
did
don't we?
great. I think. In fact, he has done so great. It hasn't been at all easy, has it?
no, there've been a number of. You may not know this. You may at home. You might not know this, but there've been a number of challenges
With Church Online.
with Church Online
Yeah.
every week because we have decided that we want to do it live. We
want
want
to
to do
do-
Church
yeah.
Online live.
Because we think in Sunny Hill that connection and people, and we're not saying that other churches don't think this, but it is really important. We think that if we can possibly manage it, rather than go pre-recorded
Yeah.
and then you stream it at that particular time, we want to have that live and connected feel. And we
Yeah,
think
we
that
do.
with the size work we can do that. So
Yeah, and I think it's important that we keep doing that, and we're getting closer. I feel like, can I say?
well, the thing is,
I
every
think we're getting
Sunday
closer.
it is at least a different mistake.
Yeah,
Not
it
mistake,
is.
a different problem, a different
it's
challenge.
different
yeah.
technological
Yeah.
hurdle
Yeah.
that we're overcoming every Sunday. And yesterday I got there nice and early in the morning, and I set up all this equipment that was going to do it for us. This was going to be the week where it was all
Yeah.
going to work.
You left very early.
smoothly. I left very early. I tested it all on Friday, and every button, everything, every camera was connected. Everything worked fine. And then
Until it didn't.
until half an hour we were about to go up, and suddenly the video started to judder, and so we had to revert back to an old way. But you know what? We were so close,
Yeah.
so close
Yeah.
to what the way we want to do it, and I'm looking forward to next Sunday.
Yeah.
and we're going to try it again.
It reminds me of who's the guy that invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
Edison.
Yeah.
And someone asked him, didn't they? They said, "Oh, how did it feel when you
fail 1,000 times?"
And he said, "No, I didn't fail. Oh gosh, I wish I'd looked up the quote now. I didn't fail 1,000 times. I learnt something every time." Or there was something like that.
Yeah,
Wasn't
there were 1,000 prototypes, or
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
1,000 steps.
Yes.
Or something.
That's it.
Yeah.
1,000 steps.
1,000 steps, and that's what
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting at. And I
Yeah.
do feel like we're getting close to it. And I'm hoping that you don't feel it as much as we do. Obviously, we're behind the camera doing the technical
Yeah.
stuff. We feel it because we know. But hopefully, you're having a great experience
I
every
don't
Sunday.
think people are, because, and you can say in your comments, please do, because what I'm noticing, I'm on the host team, so I interact with people, and I really enjoy that actually. If you're Sunny Hill regular, particularly if you've been on the host team in like real life physical church, do let me know if you'd like to join the host team. We're looking for some more people who would like to do that. It just involves greeting and whatnot. But from my point of view, there's a bit of communication. Okay, you need to jump onto a different platform or whatever. But people have been very patient.
Yeah.
And sometimes actually just enjoy having a good laugh at poor Dom.
Yeah, the chat
who's really
is great.
feeling it. Yeah.
Lots of people are saying yes.
Yeah.
We like the live.
If at first
Chris-
you don't succeed, try again, says Alan. Absolutely. And haven't we just been trying again week after week?
Yeah, we have.
Speaking of trying again,
Yeah, go on.
I have been having requests, so have you. Let's face it, there has been a high level
Where
of
are we going?
interest
Oh, in your plants.
in my plants, okay? Because forethought about 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
was from this very spot, and you could see that a lot of the seeds that I'd planted had, what can I say? I don't want to use the word failed, but
They were one of those many
they were
steps to success.
yet to flourish. So, and I've had a lot of interest. I want you to see how we've been doing, all right?
So am I gonna bring the
you
camera,
go
am I?
behind the camera.
Okay, all right.
And this is purely in response to requests for this information, okay? If you didn't see that particular forethought, Fruebird, that's me, decided at the beginning of this year I was going to have a hobby, and my hobby was going to be gardening, okay? I haven't done gardening before very much, just the odd thing, like, you know, bulbs and that sort of thing, can't go wrong. And so when lockdown happened, I realised that actually this was an opportunity to kind of come good on my own commitment to myself to have a hobby. And you will remember, oh gosh, my cosmos, which was supposed to look majestic. Okay, this is what it said on the seed packet. And last time it really looked like it had been driven over. But look at it now.
Is it
Huh?
majestic? Oh, it's kind of...
Look at that.
I don't know if you can see that.
Now, I don't think I would use the word majestic, but it's definitely perky.
It's perfect.
Okay? If majesty involves perkiness, they've got it. Also, this is my mystery plant, which I had a few guesses last time. It's definitely not basil, is it? It's much too big to be basil, so keep on coming with those guesses. This is supposed to be the flower area, but this is, have a look if you can get close enough. This is a courgette, and it's actually got a courgette on it. Yes, I can tell that the
We're going to
comments
have
will be going
plenty
wild.
of food. That one courgette will feed us for months.
And then here's my vegetable patch. Okay, we have leaves. Look, salad leaves, and we've had a couple of portions of those. I had some for my lunch today. My peas are going well. This is my sweet corn over here. The beans, I've only just transplanted them, so they've yet to flourish. And then we come to my tomatoes. Okay, have a look. Each one has got its own pole, very hopefully. And then it's got sort of this. I don't know, can you get closer than that? In fact, you know what? I'm even going to pick it because that's not going anywhere, is it? This is what's happened to my tomatoes, okay? You might be thinking, Fru, that is a failure. That is a big fail, Fru. You have failed to grow tomatoes. And in a way, I absolutely agree. You'd be absolutely right. But at the same time, I said I was going to do some gardening this year. And this has taught me something.
What's that taught you,
I
Flo?
have learned because Jo Mengel, fantastic Jo Mengel, I don't know if she's on, she quite often is on a Monday. But Jo Mengel asked me about my plants, And I showed her, and via distancing and screen, and she said, "What have you done to them?" With pity in her voice, it must be said. And I said, "Well, you know, I haven't done. You know, I put them on the windowsill. I loved them. I talked to them. I gave them water. I gave them tomato food." And she said, "Oh, had they had the first truss?" And I said, "What is a truss?" Apparently, truss is little flowers that you know, the first little flowers that are going to grow into actual tomatoes. And I said no, because I didn't know what a truss was. And it turns out I gave them food too early. I over-loved those tomatoes. Those tomatoes that would have been fruitful instead weren't, because they got too much love. And I wonder what that teaches. In fact, actually, Jo Mengel, brilliant as she is, a great friend, has brought me a gift. I'm sure she wasn't bragging, but this is one of Jo's tomato plants. And I am not going to give it plant food until it has achieved the first truss, I tell you.
So,
I think that might be one coming there.
So like Thomas Edison,
Oh, look. That's
your
a truss
tomatoes-
right there. There
so
we
this
go.
is your light bulb, is it, this one?
Yes. Yeah, well, this is my step. Perhaps, well, I'm hoping it will be a light bulb. It's not there yet.
Chris
but, you
says
know.
it looks amazing. I guess she's talking about something else, not the tomatoes.
Yeah.
The tomatoes, not so much. Not so much.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's not a failure. We're not failing. We're just taking those many steps to
Yeah.
success.
Yeah. And I have to say, I do know more because of some backward steps. And hopefully next year I will be able to grow some plants from seed.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. But
So-
that's got to be something more profound than my hobby, right? Because that's actually not that interesting to you. So, what are we really thinking about?
So what's the lesson? The lesson here is...
Yeah. See, Jesus would have just let it hang there,
Yeah.
wouldn't he?
Maybe we should.
Jesus would have just let it hang.
And ask some
In fact, actually, why don't you put in a few comments? What is the spiritual significance of my failed agriculture? I wonder.
Well, the
What do you
parable of the
think?
sower has got to come into that somehow, hasn't it?
Yes. Actually, I love the way a lot of Jesus's stories and obviously the teaching in the Bible, it actually anticipates our failure.
Yeah.
It says, you know, this is going to go wrong, this is going to go wrong, and the parable of the sower is no exception, is it?
Yeah.
You know, some of the seed will not take, and not because
Yeah.
it was overloved, but actually because it fell on the ground, it fell out
Birds
amongst
took it.
the
Thorns.
thorns.
Yeah.
The one about the thorns, I think, is particularly pertinent at the moment. It says, you know, the cares of this life and the worries actually strangled it. And at this time, actually, those of us who are socially distancing and
Yeah.
isolating, we don't have the same cares of this world, and perhaps we are able to flourish a bit better without those distractions.
Steve Robertson says, God's timing, don't rush God's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's right. I love Paul's kind of whole approach. I was thinking of his words to the Philippians where he said, forgetting the things that are behind me. Okay, yeah, there were some things that weren't great there,
Yeah.
but I'm going to press on towards the goal, the purpose
The
that God has
prize.
for me, the prize. I'm going to press on. And then when he says, we are hard pressed on every side, we are but not crushed, we are perplexed but not in despair, we are persecuted but not abandoned, we are struck down but not destroyed. So even when things like your tomato plants happen, even when things like our Sunday Live
Yeah.
is not doing what we want it to do and the technology's not behaving,
Yeah.
we can still be optimistic,
Yeah.
right?
And in fact, Steve is actually the perfect person to talk about this. Steve is the CEO of Prama, and they've been waiting for their PPE equipment to arrive,
Yeah.
and they've really had to hold on
Yeah.
to God, because although they have done everything that can be done humanly,
Yeah.
last week finally they got 3,000 sets, and then the 10,000 that we've been praying for came through at the very end of last week, and finally they're in a place of a bit of security. But my goodness, that was a walk of faith.
Yeah. I think that's right. I think we've got to have faith, and our faith should feed our optimism, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and help us to do away with fear.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get fearful when
Yeah.
things aren't going the way you want it to. When things are an uphill struggle, you can start to just feel, oh, this is never going to work. This is always going to be difficult. What's God doing? Why has God abandoned me? And yet, actually, we can go, no, I'm not struck down,
Yeah.
or I'm not abandoned.
Yeah.
I
Not
may
crushed.
be, I might, not, yeah, I may be going through this hard time, maybe perplexed right now, but actually, ultimately, I have the faith that God has got this.
But I think as well, this optimism
Yeah.
that Christians choose isn't an optimism that it is a choice. On the one hand, we can choose to be optimistic or pessimistic. We can choose to see things as an opportunity and just another step on the journey.
Yeah.
Heavenward, I love it that Paul says,
I press
push
on towards the goal.
that for which God has called me heavenward.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Christianity isn't just a must try harder, must
No.
do more, must be better. Faith, it's faith in a living God.
Yeah.
So it's that combination of I choose optimism, but I choose it because I love because He first loved me. I choose to be optimistic because my God is with me and I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
I could. That's Eliza's verse.
It
If
is.
she was here right now, she would say, "I can
Do all things. Shall I go and fetch her?
Yeah, go and fetch
Yeah, I'm
her.
going to go and fetch her. See if she'll
Joe
fit.
Mengel's just joined us. Joe, we've been demonstrating the lovely tomato plant you gave Fru, and it's right here. And we've been comparing it to Fru's, which I can't find right now. It looks something like that. I think it not. Yeah, it is.
That's actually not it, but it doesn't look any different.
It's not
I think it's just disappeared into nothing. Oh no, look, here's another one. You can...
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
That's right.
Philippians 4 verse 13.
There we go.
Philippians 4 verse 13.
One more time, Eliza. Nice and loud.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13.
There we
you
go.
I hope
There we
you've got that. We can do all things. So whatever you're going through, whatever your tomato plant
Is or isn't
looks
doing.
like in life, you know,
There is a friend who is closer than a brother who will bring you a new one.
a better one that will actually produce tomatoes.
Yeah.
Keep your foot away. There we go. So, what's going on this week? Anything you need to know about?
Well, we've got one group with Adam.
I'm doing one group this week.
So you're really actually quite hyped about
I am.
preaching the Holy Spirit. or
Yep, I'm
teaching
looking
the
at
Holy
Acts
Spirit.
chapter 3 this week. Peter and John and the kind of the lame guy. I've got just so excited.
Yeah, there's
It's
so
gonna be
much in
great.
that one.
There's so much in there.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at that on Wednesday evening.
And this Sunday, we're looking forward to a different catalogue of things that go wrong.
No!
They won't be the same ones, we assure you. They won't be the same problems.
Yeah, no, we're fixing all the problems from yesterday.
Yeah,
So there'll
and
be-
all the previous weeks.
and all the previous weeks, so-
one day it will happen, and everything will just go as it should. And we're hoping that that's before the next conference, because of course, not this weekend, but the weekend after. It's next conference, so Friday
Yeah.
night and Saturday. If you're a leader or an emerging leader, or someone that just thinks, do you know what, I just want to lead myself and my
There's some
family
great
better.
speakers in there.
There's some fantastic speakers.
Yeah, Alan Scott and did you say Christy Wimber? Did you
Yes,
say?
Christy Wimber.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously
Yeah,
Tim
privilege.
Jack, who we know, and Sam Monk, who we know so well as well.
all friends of Sunny Hill.
All friends of Sony.
Yeah.
And Dom and Lou will be kind of hosting that whole weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have to be on our game for that. Excellent. We're going to be excellent.
No pressure. no
Big
pressure.
tomato plants for that one. Listen, guys,
Please
it's been
God.
so much fun. I just want to say hello to Jim and to.
Oh yes, I love it. Jim wrote in caps, and I've recently realised, those of you who, like me, are learning the etiquette of social media, that actually when you write in all caps, it's the equivalent of shouting. So he said something, and I'm going to read it to you as it was intended, and it goes like this: God's wisdom, not ours.
Amen.
He wrote.
Amen, Jim. Well shouted. Well shouted. My sister's on. Caroline, nice to see you. I saw my cousin as well, Helen, from the Midlands. Great to see you online with us.
And the Bromley Bunch who sometimes come in as well. That's
Yeah.
really lovely. And of course, our dear Sunny Hill family. We really miss you.
Yeah.
We're starting to sort of imagine what
One
happens
day.
if they say we could meet outside
One
and a few of us
day.
together or whatever. Yeah.
Somewhere over the rain. No, I'm not going to go there.
You did actually suggest I might sing. You did.
It
In
was
family
no.
prayer. No, let's not go there. You don't want to go
Actually, she's got a lovely voice. Eliza loves your voice.
there. Eliza does.
Loves your singing and your
So do you.
songs. Who writes songs for Eliza?
I do.
We shouldn't go there right now.
Yes.
Listen, it's been a blast.
Yes.
Been a ball.
Lovely to
Always
see
a
you.
pleasure. Never a chore.
Especially to Sarah, who's watching via Sunny Hill Ferndale.
Yes. Have a great week.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Yeah.